Hey guys, what is up? Just a quick update for you guys on this cutting caffeine experiment that I'm doing. I am about halfway through. I got a couple weeks left to go. So I wanted to let you know, what's the same, what's changed, any new positive or negative side effects that I've noticed. So first of all, I will say, from a physical perspective, I feel great. I have more energy in the afternoons now than I had when I was relying on that second cup of coffee after work to, kind of give me a boost. And just my overall general mood is just better. I've read some studies that say that caffeine can affect your mood and affect things like mood swings. I'd say it's really too early to say whether or not I can attribute this positive feeling to cutting caffeine or if I'm just having an abnormally good week. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, see if that continues. So from a dream and a projection practice perspective, I'm happy to say that my dream recall is right back up where it was. I'm remembering between 4 and 6 dreams a night. They're just as vivid as they always have been. I can't really say it's improved. It's just right back where it was. So it's not above and beyond what it was prior to this experiment. But I'm taking this as hopefully a positive sign that things are turning around for my nighttime practice as it has for my daytime practice. From a projection standpoint, I am sad to say my results are just as abysmal as last week. So my mind awake, body asleep practice that I do every night before bed, I am still lucky if I'm hitting 50% success. And then again, I'm sleeping just deep through the entire night, and I don't have these spontaneous awakenings anymore, and that is just eliminating all opportunity to practice the indirect method. So from that standpoint, not great, but again, I'm hoping that this dream recall returning is a positive sign that things are turning around and that my projection practice will at least be where it was prior to starting this experiment. And one of the reasons I say that, where I want it to be at least where it was, is because physically I feel good enough that, quite honestly, at this point, I'm thinking about not going back. Um, and that's I would absolutely have to go back if I couldn't start projecting again because I would take a little tiredness in the afternoon anytime over not being able to project. So we'll see how things go. I'm hoping things will turn around so that I have that option because I can't give up projection just to have a little more energy. All right, so one more thing I wanted to note is in regards to this caffeine experiment, I've gotten a lot of comments from people on both sides of the fence. People who consume caffeine regularly, people who never consume caffeine, both of them saying, this makes absolutely no difference to your projection practice. And I would say maybe it's possible they're right. If you're somebody who's never consumed caffeine or you don't consume it regularly, and this is the way you've learned to project, and this is your practice, the way that you live, I would say it probably does not impact you. And then same thing on the other side of the fence. If you learned to project while regularly consuming caffeine, it's possible that, again, it has no impact on your practice. But what I've found firsthand is that changing that habit, going from one side of the fence to the other and cutting caffeine out absolutely has impacted my projection practice. And while it's been commented a couple of times through email that this experiment is kind of just a waste of time because they can already confirm both sides of the fence that yes, you can do it here, yes, you can do it here. I need to continue with this because I need to be able to see for myself if it's better for me on one side or the other, if my practice is more effective on one side or the other. It's not enough knowing that it's possible both places. I need to know if it makes a difference for me. So I'm going to continue on. I've got a couple weeks left to go, and then, like I said, we'll see from there. Oh, one more note. Sorry. I've also gotten 3 requests to make my next experiment be 30 days of veganism to see if a vegan diet affects my projection practice. And I will tell you that this is something I've been kind of mulling over in the back of my head for a long time now, and I've been sort of preparing for the last 6 months to a year, increasing my raw fruit and vegetable intake, replacing things like meat with nuts and beans and tofu and things like that, because I've always known that this is something I want to try. There's so much talk about the importance of diet, and I know personally that I've never really given it a good try. I was a vegetarian for a long time, but that was prior to me learning to project. I've tried fasting for 3 days, but really that's not the same as putting an entire month's worth of effort into changing your diet. So at the urging of these three individuals, thank you, I'm going to make that my next experiment. And I will save that, obviously, till after the caffeine experiment's over so I can do, just one thing at a time. But that will be next. I will see what living a vegan lifestyle has or can contribute to my projection practice, if anything at all. So that is it for today. I'd love to hear your feedback, any comments that you may have. As always, like, comment, subscribe, help me build this community, and I will talk to you guys again soon.